crazy. I was like, there's no freaking way. No way. Because, you know, we're advocates for children here at the So Do You Dig, and I'm going to continue to keep talking and exposing bad parenting, handling of kids, know where you're sending your kids to, and all of that kind of stuff. As parents, we have to care more about our children. That is what we do here. That is what sets us apart. So thank you to the people that send me those kind of stories, right? So they said there's horrifying new details in the case of 11 kids that were rescued from a Warren, Michigan home. So officials allege that the home was, and they quote, it was horrific, repulsive, and inhumane as far as the conditions, the living conditions. I'm telling you guys, it's a little bit nasty as far as details. So some of you guys are running into your dinner time right about now. So if you guys are eating, I'm warning you now. So, hey, what's up, Sherrod? My brother Sherrod is in the building. What's going on? Shout out to you and Talisha. Thank y'all for being here. So I'm going to warn you guys now, this is your fair warning. So for the people that like the flag, I am going to challenge that flag every single time. I don't know if you guys know, but I am dealing with flags all the time. And sometimes that's half of the battle of being able to come back and actually do a live show is I'm having to try to fix stuff that the trolls are messing up. And, you know, trolling, I think, should be done with a purpose. And it seems like at this point, they don't have a purpose. They just troll us here just because they don't like what we do here. You know, they can't challenge anything that we're saying and say that what we're saying is false. They can't challenge what we're doing in real life and say that we're not doing something that's reputable. They can't, they have no reason, but they do it anyway. But nonetheless, I'm appreciative to still have this channel. As you guys watched, Tommy lost another channel recently, and they just keep knocking him and knocking him and knocking him. And I thought he had a pretty good rhythm going here lately, man. And I just think that's sad. So, you know, Tommy, if you're watching, brother, you know, I love you, man. Keep fighting, brother. People are clearly showing you, as far as like in the donations, man, that they support you. And I'm glad that they're finally starting to put their money where their mouth is. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know, the website will get to the point to where, man, when we can stream live on the website, it's going to be a wrap at that point, and we don't have to be so politically correct, you know? So let me see. I can give you some of these stories from Detroit. Brian, well, you got the email address. You can always email me at thesodoyoudig@gmail.com. I'll take any stories that you guys have, and I will sit on them, and I'll try to make sure and research them. It took me almost 3 hours of researching to bring you guys this story, so I hope it's worth your while, okay? So what happened was in Warren, Michigan, disturbing new information has been released in the case of nearly a dozen children that were removed from a Warren home. An orange sign has been posted on the door, as you guys can see on the right-hand side. That's going to be, it's just going to cycle through those same couple of pictures because there were not very many pictures, but I got some excellent videos. So y'all hit that thumbs up. We got about 150 people watching. That's awesome. Hit that thumbs up. Can we talk about the topic? Who's not talking about the topic in the chat? Or unless you're talking about me. But if you're talking about me, then everything is always pertinent to the topic because we're talking about the mindset. Like I said, moderators, do not block, do not time out. I like being able to answer those questions. So thank y'all for respecting my wishes. So as far as the topic, if I talk about Tommy, if I talk about the channels being flagged or anything like that, it has to do with the mentality. The mentality is what we discuss here. That's what the You Dig has always been for, is for us to talk about a plethora of topics that have to do with the mindset of the black community. This is another example of that. What we want to do is we want to get people to a point to where they should be ashamed, and they should have a sense of accountability not to continue to put their children in these positions and not to continue to put their fellow men that have this color skin hue, something similar, maybe lighter, maybe darker, continuously keep putting us in this level of slavery, so to say. So it's like if people don't say what you want them to say, then you're like, you know what? Well, we're just going to mess your life up. And that's actually a form of slavery. You don't want us to have our freedom of speech unless it fits with your personal narrative. And I think that's crazy. Like sometimes our people, we don't see the hypocrisy in what we do. Oh, it's no problem, Kingdom Minded. I like being able to talk to the people, so it's okay. Not a problem. So, an orange sign has been posted on the door of the house in Jewett Avenue in the area of 9 Mile and Hoover Road after the city declared it as unsafe. According to Warren Mayor Jim Fouts, which is spelled F-O-U-T-S, Several young kids were taken to a local hospital on Monday with an unknown illness. And you guys keep in mind, because that's going to be the theme. Unknown illness, which is prompting authorities to pay a visit to the home. There, he said, firefighters acted swiftly to rescue several more children from what he describes as, quote, horrific, repulsive, and inhumane conditions. These are children and human beings living in horrific, repulsive, and inhumane conditions. If you guys have a pen, please take a pen, put a pin in that. We're going to come back to it, right? As police continue to investigate, Fouts said those conditions, along with the lack of food, appear to have been what made the 11 children sick. 11. Oh, you guys are going to love this. I swear it's going to get so good. This is why I always wait before I do stories. There's a reason why I pick certain stories. This has some really, really nice catches. And they weren't releasing names and information about who was arrested or anything like that. But guess what? Your boy Just Jay did a little bit of digging, so I have a little bit of information for you. So if you guys stick around and listen, I'm going to be able to put that out there for you. Now, they said it was downright disgusting, the mayor said in an interview with WWJ's Sandra McNeil. The conditions were so deplorable, the children were allegedly eating a combination. If you guys aren't ready to hear this, it's going to get nasty, okay? As far as there's going to be some things that aren't going to sit well with your senses and maybe not sit well with your stomach. So I'm warning you again, if you need to, click that red X in the top right corner. I'm not forcing you to watch this. I have given you a fair warning before I say this. I'll give you about a 5-second head start, because I don't want to hear no excuses. The conditions were so deplorable. The children were allegedly, because they can't confirm it, there ain't no video of it, they were eating a combination of feces and cereal off the floor. The reason why I stress that is because children, especially young children, are honest and they're very smart. Children have to be damn desperate if they are eating feces and cereal off the damn floor. They have to be very, very desperate. I don't know how, I really don't. I don't know how people continue to just keep doing this to children. I got to take a pause for the cause for a moment, because that's making my stomach sick. I haven't completely read this entire thing, but I did pull all the information, especially the videos. So we're going to be able to enjoy all of this together. Let me take a pause real quick and say what's up to my brother Jason Gunn. He said, do your thing, bro. Thank you very much, my brother Jason Gunn. My brother Anthony Cantor sent some love, and he said he's taking advantage of one of the challenges. And also to, I think there's a new person. Oh, yeah. This is Teddy on Fire in the chat. Said, just received a little something, and this is my donation to you as promised. So where are you at, Ted on Fire? Ted on Fire, say something in the chat for me. I'm gonna hook you up. So thank you so much. And this is just a token of my appreciation more than anything. Okay. There he is. Hold on just a second. Let me do this real quick. Let me hook my brother up, because I don't ever want him blocked or timed out. And this is just a form of being able to show my appreciation for you. Yeah, there you go. Jamie Jones. That's the one you block. When those people come in, you block those. Outside of that, let everybody else talk. So good job, Jamie Jones. I like that. You did great. Ted, did I get you? I might have missed it. Hold on, let me try it again. There we go. All right, say something now, Teddy. I think I got you fixed. Yep, I'm almost positive I did. The conditions were so deplorable that children were allegedly eating a combination of feces and cereal off the floor. Some of the kids who range in age from infancy to around 10 to 11 years old, and they suffered, big kids, suffered from malnutrition and were obviously grossly underweight, the mayor said. I'm gonna tell you another problem that's wrong with that. Because with big kids, their bodies are already kind of developed a little bit. So if they are looking like they are grossly underweight, then that means that, not only did this problem not just start within a few days, that means this has been going on for a while. Y'all remember that nasty house that I showed y'all that one time, of that lady's bathroom where it was pee and crap all over the floor, and she tried to blame and said the police did it and brought all that stuff in there, when it looked like it took like years to build up that kind of mess in that bathroom. It was an old story I did. So same situation here. Children don't become grossly underweight within days. That takes months and time. So that means this has been a recurring thing. They've been doing this. Put a pin in that. Take your pen, put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. It's hard to imagine that children have to live like this, said Fouts, who stressed that he hopes to see the child abuse charges in this case. In a society, children have a basic right of proper nourishment and clean and safe living conditions. That's basic, though. As long as I'm mayor, I will encourage strong punishment for those responsible for this kind of situation. So as of Tuesday afternoon, which was a few weeks ago, all but a baby had been treated and released from the hospital, Fouts said. Now, it's unclear at this time if the children are all siblings or how they are related. There were 2 adults in the home, according to the authorities, but they have not yet been publicly identified by the police. No charges have been announced as the investigation continues. That's the information that I have found so far. Now, this is going to be the kicker. I want you guys to listen to these videos. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all 4 videos back to back without uninterruption. So we got about 190 people watching. Hit that thumbs up. It will let somebody else know that we are here. And, Jason Gunn, let them say that. That's okay. That's not a problem. The one that came in under, disrespecting my brother and his daughter, that was totally different. But that last person, let them, if they're going to say that, let them say that. That ain't no problem. That don't bother me. So, y'all hit that thumbs up for me. Can somebody let me know where we at as far as like thumbs up to how many people are watching? If y'all could post that in the chat, that'll help me out. So before I show this video, I always have to show the fair usage. So here we go. Read it off, Just Jay. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Thank you very much, Just Jay. You're welcome, Just Jay. Shout out to my guy, Thomas D is in the chat. What up to Thomas D? And he said, keep speaking the truth. My brother, I'm going to do my best. I try my best to bring you guys something that means something, okay? So here we go. Let me get this video up on the screen for you. This is the first news story, so here we go.
And just like that, the city of Warren slaps an unsafe structure notice on the home where 11 kids were taken to the hospital Monday for some kind of sickness.
Police said it was they said it was human feces on every surface in the house, just about. But yeah, it's bad.
Warren Mayor Jim Fouts says that the kids were eating cereal and feces off the floor. The house was utterly filthy, and he has recommended that the county prosecutor look at neglect charges against the 2 mothers of these 11 kids.
First of all, there was a whole lot that was said in there. I'm going to let it play out, and then I'm going to rewind it and let y'all hear that again.
And as of Tuesday, all the kids will now be in the hands of protective services.
Yeah, it needed to be condemned, and I'm really worried about the kids, especially the one that's in critical condition.
Warren police tell us that 10 of the 11 kids have been released from the hospital. Police tell us that doctors still don't know the true cause of the sickness. Likely more will be known after toxicology tests are reviewed. But the city had enough information to prevent anybody else from living in the house.
I can be shy, and trying to introduce yourself to new neighbors can be a tricky, diplomatic situation.
Neighbors say the children had only been renting there for about a month. And the mayor says that having 11 kids in one Section 8 HUD house could be a violation as well. So legally, what this sticker means is that the landlord now will have a certain amount of time to fix the house. If the landlord fixes the house, no problem, people can live in there. But if he doesn't, the city could come in and tear it down.
I'm glad something is being done to help the kids. Just nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, but the kids needed some kind of attention.
No timeline yet on when the house could be torn down or when there could be criminal charges. In Warren, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
All right. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to point out a couple of things that you may or may not didn't catch from that story. But so what I want to do for the people that say sometimes just let it play, I'm going to go ahead and let a lot of these just play all the way through it unless they're too long. So I'm going to replay this and I'm going to point out a couple of things. Some of y'all already caught that. They said those 11 children were a combination from 2 mothers. Think about that. Thomas Dotson, they actually are, bro. Actually, you know what? I think they talked about it. I'll let you listen to the other stories. But I'm almost sure they said something about tearing it down. Is my brother Super T in here? I didn't see Super T. If he in here, say something, Super T. What up, bro? But anyway, here we go. I'm going to rewind this and I'm going to let you guys. Yeah, thank you. LaTanya caught it. So what I want y'all to do is when I play these videos, I want y'all to tell me what you heard that was wrong. There is something wrong in every single video that's on here. Every single one. So here we go. 11 kids by 2 moms. One got 6. Oh, there we go. What up, Super T? One has 6 kids. One has 5. I'm hoping that they split that down the middle. I'm hoping one ain't got like 8. Like, seriously. But here we go. We're going to replay this.
And just like
And also, I thought that was real tacky as hell. Like them recording it and then slapping the window. I thought that was real childish of the media to do that. But whatever.
that, the city of Warren slaps an unsafe structure notice on the home where 11 kids were taken to the hospital Monday for some kind of sickness.
Police said it was it was human feces on every surface in the house, just about.
They said it was human feces on every surface inside the house. Every surface. I want you guys to, if y'all and I already warned you guys, it's going to get nasty. We got about 221 people watching. Hit the thumbs up for me. Can somebody let me know where we are? Thumbs up compared to how many people are watching? Hit that thumbs up for me. On every surface, there is human. I wish I could say what I really want to say right now. It's killing me because I felt so liberated the other day when I was able to just say what I wanted to say when I took the stream down. Because I didn't want to get in trouble. There is human feces on every surface in the house. The children are eating cereal and crap off the floor. What does that house smell like if there is feces on every single surface? Let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever walked into the bathroom behind somebody that just used the bathroom? And how many of you guys have had to literally take a moment like, whoa, the bodily odors is not mixing well here with my nose. They messing up my nose hairs. I got to go in there, light a match. I got to get some spray, let it air out for a minute, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. You guys have heard this, right? Okay, we got 201 likes. Not too bad. Thank you. So imagine if you have ever walked into somebody, behind somebody when they went to the bathroom. Imagine if the entire freaking house with 11 children and at least 2 adults in the house. And it takes time for a mess like that to build up. You don't just, it would be bad if the house had feces all over it in one day. To put this into proper perspective, it would be, the house would smell horrid if it had only been done for 1 hour. It's probably been like that for days and months and maybe longer. That's not even the good part. Let's keep going. 285 people, no, excuse me, 226 people watching. Hit that thumbs up for me. Let's keep going. That means they were not washing their hands, man. Brother, they probably wasn't taking baths. They probably wasn't washing hands. They probably wasn't flushing toilets. They probably wasn't washing dishes. So think about this, Brother Jason Gunn. They said damn near all of the children had a illness. And they make it seem like it happened just the day that they came to come pick up the children. No, that takes time. So they probably been sick. Thank you, AP. Once feces dries, it can become airborne. They were breathing it. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you, Aries. I didn't realize that. Wow.
But yeah, it's bad.
Warren Mayor Jim Fouts says that the kids were eating cereal and feces off the floor.
Irby Font said, how could a mother do such a thing? It's going to get worse. I think I could do this story without getting flagged, but it is going to get worse, guys. So make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. You are going to want to stay tuned for this here in the next 10 minutes of these, 10 or 15 minutes of this, okay? Hit that thumbs up for me. Here we go.
The house was utterly filthy, and he has recommended that the county prosecutor look at neglect charges against the 2 mothers of these 11 kids. And as of Tuesday, all the kids will now be in the hands of protective services.
And I'm going to let you guys know something. They're trying to recommend that they get, they're trying to recommend child endangerment, child neglect charges and all of that kind of stuff. But one charge that they're going to need to charge them with is murder. So I'm going to throw it out there. I'm throwing this out there early. So for people that aren't familiar with this story, they need to charge them, these bad parents and the people or the caretakers, whatever they were, need to be charged with murder or attempted murder. That's why I said y'all want to stay tuned for this. I know not everybody's got time to sit on here and watch the entire time. You want to stay tuned for this.
Yeah, it needed to be condemned, and I'm really worried about the kids, especially the one that's in critical condition.
Did y'all hear that? I'm going to rewind these neighbors of theirs. Listen to what she said there at the end.
Needed to be condemned, and I'm really worried about the kids, especially the one that's in critical condition.
Y'all hear that? One more time.
Will now be in the hands of protective services.
Yeah, it needed to be condemned, and I'm really worried about the kids, especially the one that's in critical condition.
In critical condition. One of the kids is on the verge of death. This is just the first video, guys.
Warren police tell us that 10 of the 11 kids have been released from the hospital. Police tell us that doctors still don't know the true cause of the sickness. Likely more will be known after toxicology tests are reviewed. But the city had enough information to prevent anybody else from living in the house.
If they deem that house as to be an unsafe structure, this building may be ordered to be demolished by the city of Warren. If it's that bad, then why do you ask, well, I don't know what the children are sick from. I get it. Like legally, you're saying you don't know what the actual cause is, but you can walk in that, you could probably stand outside that house and know that's what them children are freaking sick from.
I can be shy, and trying to introduce yourself to new neighbors can be a tricky, diplomatic situation.
Neighbors say the
That is her nice way. That is her nice way of saying she was too scared to go over there and say something, meaning they probably knew.
children had only been renting there for about a month, and the
Wait a minute, hold on. I forgot about that part. Listen to this.
neighbors say the children had only been renting there for about a month.
They had only been there for about a month. I'm going to rewind that one more time. Listen.
Neighbors say the children had only been renting there for about a month.
And there is feces on every surface within 30 days. Can anybody find the logic in that? In less than 30 days, they were made that sick. The house was that nasty. In a month. Thank you, Domino. One month. Damn. What up, Ralph? 1 month? They destroyed a house in 1 month. Somebody, Motor City Kid said the majority of the Section 8 women move into Warren. I'm not familiar with that, but I'll take your word for it. I will 100%. I will 100% take your word for it. 1 month.
And the mayor
And the house has feces on every surface in 1 month. That took some effort.
says that having 11 kids in one Section 8 HUD house could be a violation as well. So legally, what this sticker means is that the landlord now will have
What's up, Religion Wing TV? What up?
certain amount of time to fix the house. If the landlord fixes the house, no problem, people can live in there. But if he doesn't, the city could come in and tear it down.
I'm going to point out a problem about what he just said. Teddy said, question, where were they living before this? That place must have been just as bad. Thank you. Now y'all are starting to think. Thank you, Teddy. That's a perfect scenario. What did they last place that they looked like? Where they lived at before? What did that look like? Because as you get older, what happens is your habits become who you are. We are creatures of habit. You continue to do things just simply by nature because we're creatures of habits. Jason said the state knew this and everyone else. They did nothing to help these children. Where the fathers. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Can somebody put that in the chat? Hashtag where the fathers. They need to spray something called Glamoxone. I have no idea what that even is. So, listen to what he just said. I'm going to back this up just a hair so you can hear what Charlie said.
Violation as well. So legally, what this sticker means is that the landlord now will have a certain amount of time to fix the house. If the landlord fixes the house, no problem, people can live in there. But if he doesn't, the city could come in and tear it down.
Okay, so it seems like they care more about what's going to happen with this house. Just in my opinion, I could be wrong. But they said if he fixes it up, he can continue to allow people to stay there. But because this is a Section 8 HUD house, maybe the rules are a little different. Maybe they expect for people to be a little bit irresponsible. So they said either fix it or tear it down. So clearly it's not from my understanding, I don't know yet because we don't have the names yet. I don't think the landlord was the one that was responsible for the children living there. He probably didn't know. He probably just rented it out to whoever came. First come, first serve. So maybe he's not responsible for that because you can't know what people are going to do until you move them in. But it seems like they give a lot of craps about that house. No pun intended.
I'm glad something's being done to help the kids.
Listen to what she says.
Just nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes.
That's what kills me about my sisters right there. That's what kills me about my sisters. This is what Tommy points out all the time. We're talking about the mindset, y'all. Remember that. 244 people watching. If y'all would show a little love, hit that thumbs up for me. Y'all are doing great. So thank you. That's what kills me about my sisters. Only God can judge me. Nobody's perfect. You are raising 11 human beings. This is why Tommy says that our sisters are the worst stewards of children in the world. Why? Because she literally diminished the severity of this situation by saying, well, nobody's perfect. Well, if you would have asked me, I would have said in reverse, nobody could possibly have a house that goddamn nasty. But apparently they do. Nobody's perfect. Let's move on to the next video before I annihilate this woman. Seriously, that's ridiculous. Grown ass woman talking like that. That's ridiculous. Here's the next video.
Meantime, another breaking story. 11 children and 1 adult are in the hospital tonight after being removed from a home. Fire crews responded to this house on Jewett Avenue after getting a call about an unknown odor that made several kids inside the home sick. Local 4's Larry Spruill is live in Warren with the very latest.
Thank you, Religion Wing TV. And also, Faye said, I'm tired of people saying that nobody is perfect. It just excuses bad behavior. That's exactly why what me and my brother Tommy and my brother Relationship Rehab and my sister Packer Girl, that's why what we do here is so important. Because what we will not do is we will not allow people to get away with foolishness, and we damn sure not going to talk nice about them and make excuses. We're going to talk about them in the most ridiculous ways possible until those people feel something in here. When something is felt in here, right here in this thing, in your chest, it's going to start to resonate up here. Then it's going to resonate in your actions. It starts here. It has to hurt. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words don't hurt. Well, why are people flagging Tommy then? Hello. Uh-oh. Is that going to get me flagged? Oh, shit. That might get me flagged. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words don't hurt. But Tommy's words we need to flag off of YouTube and off of the internet and off of PayPal and off of Patreon and off his own website that he paid all his money for and out of his home and out of being able to raise his children. And yeah, that makes sense, right? But let's keep going.
Larry, what are you finding out?
Good afternoon, Karen. I just spoke with the fire commissioner here, and he tells me that crews are still trying to figure out what caused 11 kids to get sick inside this home. Now, things have calmed down within the last 10 minutes or so, but Local 4 was the first news station here on the scene, and police are still here on the scene as well. This is all part of their investigation.
I have no idea what's going on.
Fear of the unknown took over as Janique Thomas arrived to this scene Monday afternoon.
I know he's screaming for me. He don't do nothing without his mom.
This home was surrounded by several fire and police crews. Thomas tells me she got a call at work to come home.
I get a call. They call her grandma saying, get home. Your kids can't breathe.
Orlando's says he calls black women black bees. Well, let me ask Orlando's this question. Orlando's, if you're still in the chat, let me know if you're still in the chat, because I want to pose a question to you. Because I'm going to show you guys there is a contrasting difference between me and my brother Tommy. That's why Soto Nation is as powerful as it is because we all have different mindsets and we all have different methods of being able to get over the exact same message. So I'm going to pose a question to you, my brother, because I've seen you here before and I love having you here, okay? This is my question to you. Real question. Yes or no question. Don't black women refer to themselves as black bees? Because I can't say the word. If you could, give me a yes or no on that, and I'll wait for your answer before I play the rest of the video. You said Tommy calls black women that disparaging name, but don't black women call each other that same exact disparaging name? Yes or no on that? Because I know we're a little bit behind. Let me see. Shut up. Play the videos without stupid interruptions. Well, I would, but this is part of what I do here on this channel. So, you know, if you don't like it, you know how to exit the video. But if you don't mind dealing with me trying to point out some things, then all I would ask you to do is just to kick back, relax, and just listen to the content. Okay? There's a lot of people that are on that are live, and I appreciate y'all being here. So I want to encourage you guys to continue to be here. But if you don't want to be here, I'm not going to force you. So he said, yeah, they do. So, Orlando's, think about this. Because there's always a point to everything. And this is why I decided to call out that particular comment, and I wanted to question you about it. So, if black women refer to themselves and to each other as this disparaging term, sometimes it's used in an endearing way. Sometimes it's used in a disparaging way. The same way that we do with the N-word sometimes, right? If they do that and the fathers are not in the homes and the mothers are doing this around their children, around boys and around girls, then what do you think the children that grow up in an environment that think that that is normal are going to call women when they get upset at them the way that their mothers did? Right? Their mothers taught them to behave this way, to think this way of the opposite sex. A lot of our sisters in our community don't teach us to respect women. They teach us to disrespect women based on their actions and based on their words. Cole Davidson said it best. They are copying their mothers. Even Tommy will tell you that. And that's why I say hashtag where's Roger, because we point out every scenario where this thing continues to play out in every single story that we bring you, and you see it play out every single day. So here we go. I'm going to rewind this video here in a little bit.
They're home alone. That's all I know.
Thomas tells me her sister was watching the 11 kids when all of a sudden the children started getting sick. She immediately took 4 of them to the hospital. Local 4 cameras saw multiple children being placed inside ambulances as crews investigate what happened inside the home.
But all of the kids are stable, and right now we're just investigating to see if we can determine what may have caused this illness at this time.
And again, police are not sure what caused the illness, but they have ruled out one thing. I'm working on that part of the story, all new tonight at 5. We're live in Warren tonight. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
All right, now we're going to rewind, and we're going to break that down a little bit. Also, to Haters Hating said, what did he say? He said, later, idiot.
Meantime, another breaking story, 11 children.
Why is it I thought it said play once. Why is it playing it again? I wasn't ready to play it again. But anyway, Haters Hating says, later, idiot. Well, tell me, what do you think makes me an idiot? Like, what is it that you don't like when you've only been over here for the first time? I'm curious about that. Got to give people a chance sometimes, you know? Or if you don't, then just don't come back. Religion Wink said, it's not that you pick on black people. It's just that some people give you a reason to pick them apart like this. Family here who put things or crap over their children being ignorant. Religion Wink TV. Oh, I think you're gonna love our channel then, because it seems like we're on the same page. So you understand. You totally understand. Diane, thank you, Diane. Diane said, children practice what they see, hear, and speak. That is 100% correct. So when you look at the way people behave, you could always point that back to the parents and say, where did the mistake? This is why good parents will always say, where did I go wrong? I'm a parent that believes in accountability for my own kid and their actions. If my daughter were to do something despicable, I'd be looking at me and I'd say, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I not give you? What did I teach you that was incorrect? A good parent will say this. Remember, the So Do You Dig at this channel is all about child advocacy first. That's what we do here. We work in collusion with my brother Tommy to push a message to the black community to say, we got to wake the hell up and do better. Yes? Now let's break this video down. I want y'all to hear this.
Meantime, another breaking story. 11 children and 1 adult are in the hospital tonight after being removed from a home. Fire crews responded to this house on Jewett Avenue after getting a call about an unknown odor that made several kids inside the home sick. Local 4's Larry Spruill is live in Warren with the very latest. Larry, what are you finding out?
Good afternoon, Karen. I just spoke with the fire commissioner here, and he tells me that crews are still trying to figure out what caused 11 kids to get sick inside this home. Now, things have calmed down within the last 10 minutes or so, but Local 4 was the first news station here on the scene, and police are still here on the scene as well. This is all part of their investigation.
I have no idea what's going on.
Fear of the unknown took over as Janique Thomas arrived to this scene Monday afternoon.
I know he's screaming for me. He don't do nothing without his mom.
Okay, that's what I wanted you guys to pick up. Maybe some of y'all didn't hear it the first time, but I'm going to let y'all hear this part again. This is one of the 2 mothers. One of the 2. Why is that significant? Because between these 2 women, they have 11 children staying inside that nasty ass house within 30 days. Listen to what she says.
Their investigation.
I have no idea what's going on.
She says she has no idea what's going on. If the house was in that level of condition, number 1. Number 2, the children looked severely malnourished. Part number 2. Number 3, if every surface in that house had human feces on it and you are taking your multiple children by this house, how do you not know what's going on? Does that not point to the fact that she don't care about her kid? I personally say that most women that think and act like her only have children for the benefits that they can collect for those children, because if they cared about those children, they would not treat their children, put their children in these positions, and put them at risk of losing their lives and their health and having no wherewithal about themselves. Holla if y'all hear me. Are y'all in the chat? Are y'all alive out there, Soto Nation? 256 people watching. Hit the thumbs up for your boy, please. How do you continue to take your kids by here in 30 days and you didn't know that that whole house smelled like that? Come on now, are you kidding me? So number 1, I'm going to point something else out. If she's taking her children by there and didn't know, like, first of all, I would assume what's going on. Okay, somebody said this in the comment section of one of the where I found this video at. What they said was quote unquote, watching 11 kids. And somebody said, sounds like an illegal daycare center. That's exactly what the hell this is. This is an illegal daycare center. They're trying to make money under the table and cut the state out of the taxes and all of that stuff and the investigations to being able to open up a business for that many damn kids under one small ass roof. If you guys have never heard of an illegal daycare, that means that you're telling people, y'all bring y'all kids over here, y'all pay me this amount of money, and I'll watch your kids, and whenever you get ready to come pick them up, you just come pick them up. There's no way that she did not know that that whole house smelled like... There's no way that she didn't know that that whole house smelled like a pigsty. No freaking way. The clothes would have smelled like it. Socks, shoes would have smelled like it. Their hands would have smelled like it. Maybe you don't catch it with one kid. Maybe you don't catch it with two kids. But there are 11 children out of 2 black women. Out of however many handful of children of those kids belong to this woman, and we're going to put her name out there. That woman's name is Janique Thomas. And if y'all find her name in the news, because I need to find out who these parents are that put these children in these positions, because we're going to start calling them out. Her name is Janique, Janique Thomas, Thomas. That is her name. I'm not saying harass her, but what I'm saying is that we need to make sure and put out accurate information to know who the bad parents are. Who are the people that are abusing children? Janique Thomas is her name. Yes, I did, CRRC. I'm glad you caught that, because I was like, I was like, don't say it, Jay, because you're going to get flagged. All right? So Janique Thomas is the mother's name who continue to keep putting her children's life at risk. One of the children is in critical condition. Listen, and y'all let me know if it sounds like that she gives a crap about her children and the fact that all these police are out there and the fire department and the city of Warren. Look at this. Tell me, do she give a crap?
Their investigation.
I have no idea what's going on.
Fear of the unknown took over as Janique Thomas arrived to this scene Monday afternoon.
I know he's screaming for me. He don't do nothing without his mom.
He's screaming for me. I know he don't do nothing without his mom. I'm going to point out something that maybe you guys didn't notice from just these couple of little screenshots. Number one, look at her face. Let me lighten this up a little bit so y'all can see real good. I'm going to lighten that up the best that I can because the video's a little dark. That's the face. That's the best picture I could get of her. I tried to find her on social media. It was a little difficult to find her, and I wasn't sure if it was the right person, so I didn't want to put the wrong person's information out there. So you can see from the side view, that's a good enough picture of her, right? Number one, in her face, it looks like she don't care. She don't look distraught. She ain't crying. She just sitting there. Well, I don't know what's going on. What? Well, all them police and them people out there, and you just sitting in the car chilling. That's the second thing I want to point out. Why is she just sitting in the car just chilling? Look too comfortable, don't she? Number three, the other thing I wanted to point out was if this house can get that nasty in less than 30 days, I'm assuming if this is not a legal daycare, then that means you had to have known these people. So if she knew these people, if they've been in this house less than 30 days, then that means that she knew these people before they moved into this house, which means she probably had her kids around these people before, meaning that she knew that her children were living in squalor and shit. The mother already knew the people that she put her children around. All of her children. She already knew. Because you don't just find an illegal daycare and just throw your children in there. It's usually people that you know beforehand, especially in less than 30 days. That takes time. So yes, Janique Thomas, we're calling her out.
Fear of the unknown took over as Janique Thomas.
All that fake crime like Tommy talks about, out there with her. It's just so funny how every single time they got these ridiculous weaves, this big blonde weave, but she ain't got money to pay for regular daycare, right? Just throwing it out there.
Thomas arrived to this scene Monday afternoon.
I know he's friendly for me. He don't do nothing without his mom.
This home,
again, still sitting in the car at that point. Ain't even got out the car. They taking your children away, crying and screaming, and you can't even be bothered to get out the goddamn car.
was surrounded by several fire and police crews. Thomas tells me she got a call at work to come home.
I get a call. They call her grandma saying, get home. Your kids can't breathe.
Get home. Your kids can't breathe.
They're home alone.
And they're home alone. In less than 30 days, this is already the standard. That the house is filled with feces, no food, children are eating crap off the floor, and nobody's home.
All I know.
Thomas tells me her sister was watching the 11 kids when...
So there you go. That's why I say we're going to tie until we figure out who else is involved in this. We're definitely going to hold the mother accountable. Because the mother knew that this house was in this condition. And she knew that something wasn't right with her kids. Been knowing this, but you keep taking the kids by her anyway. That means she didn't give a damn about the kids. So she put the kids in harm's way. Janique, Janique Thomas. She said her sister was watching the children, meaning that her sister must have left the children there. Meaning if you find Janique Thomas, you find the sister who needs to be held accountable.
All of a sudden, the children started getting sick. She immediately took 4.
Again, children don't just... All the children, seriously? Hashtag all? All of the children are sick? Come on now.
For them to the hospital.
All children don't just get sick all at one time. Takes time.
Local 4 cameras saw multiple children being placed inside ambulances as crews investigate what happened inside the home.
But all of the kids are stable, and right now we're just investigating to see if we can determine what may have caused this illness at this time.
And again, police are not sure what caused the illness, but they have ruled out one thing. I'm working on that part of the story, all new tonight at 5. We're live in Warren tonight. Larry.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the next video. I think I've said about as much as I need to say about that particular video. So let's go ahead and hit the next one. Let's jump right into it. These are all short videos, by the way.
Breaking news in Warren. 11 children and 1 adult rushed to the hospital after they became sick inside a house. You can see a massive police and fire response presence at the home just a short time ago.
Let's get to Larry Spruill, who is at that house on Jewett Street. And Larry, I guess we're just now starting to get word about what might have caused all this.
Well, Devin, we have new information since 4 o'clock. We found out that the house that the kids were found inside, that house right over there, that house is full of feces tonight, according to our sources. Now, I spoke to one of the mothers whose kids were inside this home. It's an interview you will only see here on Local 4 tonight.
That's my niece. And she's screaming. I know they...
Okay. Again, she did it again. She said that's her niece. So if that's her niece, one of the children that were there, then I would have to assume that the other children that were there were her sister's children. So you have, what's her name again? Janique Thomas and her sister, whoever her sister's name is, we need to find that out. Those are their 2 children between those 2, if that was her niece.
One by one, fire crews placed the kids inside several ambulances Monday afternoon after taking them out of this home. Police say 11 kids inside the home mysteriously became sick while inside the house.
I know he's friendly for me. He don't do nothing without his mom.
Mother Janique Thomas tells me her sister was watching the kids when she got the call while at work.
I get a call. They call her grandma saying, get home. Your kids can't breathe. They're home alone. That's all I know.
Before Thomas arrived, her sister took 4 of the kids to the hospital after they became sick.
The children reported as lethargic, disoriented and just feeling nauseous.
Warren Fire Commissioner Wilbert McAdams tells me they are still investigating what may have caused this illness.
If it was that, they wouldn't let us be here and they would have masks on.
Thank you, GSD Mom, for pointing that out. I noticed a lot of people are putting some different theories out there. I hope that we get an actual information document or something like that from the police and from CPS. What's up, Neptunes fan?
But they know what.
Also, to you guys, if Tommy's going to debate him, then I want you guys to make sure and send Tommy this video of this example and let I want Brother Polite to answer this question, since he is so quick to always, say, black women are queens, they're this and they're that. Well, point to this video and the thousands of other examples that we have every single day that this is the real way that the sisters that we know in our communities that are raising the children and multiple children on top of that are raising their children just like this. This example is not out of the normal. So how does Brother Polite explain that? How does he explain his way out of that?
Did not make them sick.
But we have ruled out a whole host of chemical contaminants.
So all they're saying is it wasn't chemical contaminants. That means it was probably all that pee and crap everywhere.
11 children and a woman rushed to the hospital after getting sick inside a house.
Still all unfolding on Jewett Street in Warren. Investigators say 3 of the kids and their mom were having trouble breathing.
7 Action News reporter Brian Abel joins us live outside that home where 8 other children were transported to the hospital. Brian.
He said, was the fridge working properly? Well, I'm assuming CRRC, great question. But I would assume that if it was less than 30 days that they moved in, that you would have to have everything working in the house before you're able to move someone in that house. So just following logic, I would assume that, yes, in 30 days, they didn't tear the refrigerator up. I'm just assuming. But if it's feces everywhere, who knows, man? I don't know.
Yeah, here's what we know so far, guys. I want to show you what we're seeing here. Hazmat just arrived on scene just moments ago. You have Warren police here, and then this is the house that we're talking about where hazmat crews just went in, but they didn't go in with their typical gear. They went in without protection, which may give us an indication of how severe they believe that the situation.
Let me give a shout out to my brother Jimmy D, who sent a donation through, so I definitely appreciate that, my brother. If anybody else wants to take advantage, if somebody would, Skohar posted the link out there. If you would, moderators, from time to time, post the link out there. If people would like to contribute to the show and the platform for us to continue to keep building, then it would be awesome, and I'll make sure and give you guys a shout out when you do donate, so thank you.
Situation may be inside, but this is how it all started. A mother and 3 kids went to the emergency room for trouble breathing, and then the hospital called Warren Fire to do a welfare check at a house where they believe that 8 other kids were.
So she left the house with 4 of the kids out of the other 8 left, and they went to go get checked on and just left the other kids there, man. Just, God damn it. You can't say that they care about their children. You can't say that our sisters put themselves, put everybody else before themselves. That's bullcrap. Just, man, this is unreal, dude. Let's keep going.
Near Van Dyke and Jewett, just north of 9 Mile. Now, when fire arrived, they found 8 more kids at this house with similar symptoms. So they sent them to the hospital for evaluation in EMS as well. They also checked inside for chemicals, airborne, liquid, anything of that nature, and couldn't find anything chemical related during that initial search. And so they are still investigating right now, but what we can tell you, we do not know the condition of those kids at this moment, but 11 kids at this home right here sent to the hospital for some unknown illness that was giving them respiratory problems. We'll continue to stay on this.
Okay. Here's the last video coming up. And this is the one that's going to actually point out the condition of the youngest kid, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go.
Okay, now to brand new information we're learning after 11 children and 1 adult were rushed to the hospital because of deplorable conditions inside a home in Warren.
Told you about this yesterday. We've now learned the children's conditions are all improving. But we've also learned that police have now made an arrest in the case. Let's bring in Larry Spruill, who's in Warren, and the house now is empty. Correct, Larry?
It is, Devin. Police are not allowing anybody else inside this home. That's because of this. You can see this orange sign. It says unsafe structure. This building may be ordered demolished by the city of Warren. From across the street Tuesday, this home looks like any other home in this Warren neighborhood.
Yeah, thank you, Cole. I think that's what they were pointing out. And what's up, LV? I think that's what they were pointing out. One of the mothers has been arrested. But I want to know which one. It was either Janique or it was her sister.
But as you get closer, this orange unsafe structure sticker on the door paints a different picture. Monday, Local 4 was the first news station there on the scene. Our camera saw several children placed inside multiple ambulances. Police say 11 children, ages ranging from 11 and under, were taken to the hospital after they mysteriously became sick inside the home. I spoke to Mother Janique Thomas on the scene Monday. She said her sister was watching the kids when she got that call at work.
Now keep in mind, she said her sister was watching the kids, and the sister was the one that left with 4 of the kids. So if she left with 4 of the kids, then I'm assuming what she might have done was left with her 4 kids, meaning the 8 might have come from...
I get a call. They call.
Might have come from Janique Thomas. I don't know. I don't know what would possess her to take 4 out of the 8 when they all 11 were sick. So just weird.
All her grandma saying, get home. Your kids can't breathe. They're home alone. That's all I know.
I found out the home was full of feces, and right now police are looking for a new home for the children. All of the 11 children are stable.
So, Larry, any charges coming for the 2 mothers involved in this case now?
Well, Devin, I did find out that one of the mothers was arrested, but police would not release her name or tell me why. We also found out that as of right now, no charges have been filed, no child neglect or child abuse charges have been filed, but police tell me that can change very soon.
Yeah. All right, Larry.
All right, so I'm gonna point something out about that. So we're gonna go ahead and end it just like that. I'm gonna let this video loop a little bit here, and let me get my song back up on the screen. So we're gonna go ahead and end it just like that, man. And I hope you guys learned another lesson, and that's the fact that, number one, you definitely need to be careful about who you leave your children with. Definitely make sure and take them to a sanctioned place that is safe for children to take your children to, which is why you take them to an actual certified daycare and not just to somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? We have to start caring about our children, and we are going to continue to expose the people that are doing wrong to our children, raising our children wrong, because the only way that we can do better in the black community is to continue to call out the people in the black community that are doing wrong. Because what we can't do is, if people don't want other communities judging the black community and pointing the finger at us and showing us in the news, then what we have to do as people like me, people like Tommy, and the rest of us, is we need to be the ones to call out our own. Don't leave it for somebody else to do. Just like with the government, don't leave it for the government to take care of us. We need to take care of us. We need to do for us. And we are the ones that need to instill shame and accountability in the black community against our own. And that is the only way we're going to grow, is we have to grow here and we have to grow here. We have to grow in our hearts. We have to grow in our minds with truth, logic, and facts. And we have to start raising our children better. Why? As my sister Pandorians always says, what I say, when you raise good children, you get good adults. When you raise good children, you get good adults. You get good adults from raising good children the majority of the time. The foundation of the house is family. Mothers and fathers need to be in there. One of the things that you did not hear in any of these stories was any talk about a father. 11 children, no damn father. 11 children, no father mentioned. So if there are multiple fathers in this situation, if you guys are watching my story, I would always encourage those fathers, when you get an opportunity to take custody of your children, do so. Because most of those women are only having children for benefits. So you can get yourself out of some of this trouble, take care of your kid. If I had an opportunity to do that, I'd be like, give me my kid. I'll take care of them, and he can get me up off this messed up system. So that's my opinion. This is your boy DJ Just Jay. We're gonna sign out. I don't think we got any other donations that came through today, but it's okay. You guys sent something, and sending something is always better than sending nothing. So, shout out to my sister Cynthia Maiolo in the building. Shout out to my sister Jamie Jones. Shout out to my brother Relationship Rehab. Shout out to my brother Jason Gunn, I remember. Shout out to my brother Anthony Cantor. Shout out to, almost remembered, my brother Teddy on Fire. Shout out to Thomas Dotson in the building. Last but not least, shout out to my brother Jimmy D. If you guys want to show some support for the show and help us out a little bit financially, then we always are going to reinvest back in this platform. As you guys see, we continue to get better, and I got some more stuff ordered, so I'm going to continue to make more improvements to the show, and I might end up doing another stream because I have time to today. So let's see, will I be on tomorrow morning? I'll do my best to try to do more shows, because like I said, it's kind of slowing down this week a little bit as far as what I got to do. So yes, I will be doing more shows, but I'm not going to promise you I'm going to do more shows and then y'all not going to see me for 5 or 6 days. Y'all are definitely going to see me again here pretty soon, because you guys have been doing an awesome job showing love and sending donations. So I would encourage you to do that. So I guess in order to continue to encourage that behavior, yes, I will continue to do shows. It's your boy DJ Just Jay signing off. Let's go check out my brother Tommy Sotomayor. When he goes live, tell him that you heard that he was live from the Yadig. Say the Yadig sent you over. So thank you guys very much. We'll see you on the next show. Much love, peace, and we will see you later. All right? Y'all have a blessed